Liana Odom may have come down the wrong way on her ankle and is limping a little bit out there for the Blue Devils.
Duke gets a straight line drive and an offensive rebound. This is going to be a grinded out game, Beth. I think this is going to be a low possession, low scoring. And one of the matchups to keep your eye on is Odom being guarded by Crutchfield for NC State, which is a much smaller defender for the Wolfpack.
There's your starting five for the Pack.
Offense.
Sights and sounds of Reynolds, honoring the woman that coached here for more than 3 decades, a trip to the Final Four, an Olympic gold medal, all for Kay Yao and the power of one, and her foundation to raise money for cancer research, and may have had a little bit of a miscue on the jump ball. Liana Odom may have come down the wrong way on her ankle and is limping a little bit out there for the Blue Devils.
Duke gets a straight line drive and an offensive rebound. This is going to be a grinded out game, Beth. I think this is going to be a low possession, low scoring. And one of the matchups to keep your eye on is Odom being guarded by Crutchfield for NC State, which is a much smaller defender for the Wolfpack.
There's your starting five for the Pack. And they have lost 2 of their last 3, but they have won this series of late. They come in tonight a game out of first place, trailing Louisville in the standings with 3 games left to play. Numbers. You'll note not only the pink jerseys, but no names on the back. They have words that Kay Yao used to use a lot, inspire, strength, courage, all a part of the NC State jerseys tonight.
A big part of Coach Yao's legacy in building the Kay Yao Cancer Fund are all of those words and the impact that they have on fighting cancer. And Duke trying to get Odom going in that Crutchfield matchup, and look at Linnea Odom.
And she's got their first 4 points. They come in hot. A month ago, they were a sub-500 team, but they have won 9 of their last 11, including 5 straight. One of those losses was to NC State back in early February in a tight game. And one that was played out like you described, valuing every possession.
And Odom has got Kai Crutchfield, who's 5'9". Odom listed at 6'2". This is a matchup that Duke would like to take advantage of. Comes off the screen on the elbow. One hard dribble, straight line drive. And it's hard to defend with help against Duke because they shoot the 3 so well.
Odom and Gorecki, 2 of the what we would call the senior advantage. They come in with the hunger and the urgency, knowing their careers could be coming to a close unless they finish strong to secure a spot in the tournament. Right now, Charlie Cream's bracketology has them in as a 9 seed.
Good defense in the pick and roll right there by NC State. You got to make Haley Gorecki put the ball on the floor. You can't let her catch and shoot. She's so good off the screening and reading the D.
There is Gorecki, and Koenig, the defender, got hung up on the screen. 7-0 start for Duke.
It's a change of pace. It's an acceleration. It's her ability to read her defender and the screener's defender.
This is where State could have the advantage with Cunane, one of just 9 Power 5 players who's averaging a double-double.
Watch Gorecki right here. She's going to come down here and get outside. She does a nice job of accelerating off this screen right here. You got to do a better job of staying on her hip. You've got to lock and trail on her on every piece of action that she runs.
Cunane knocks down the first. Joanne McCauley now in her 13th season at Duke. Number 2 all-time in wins. The big thing for the Blue Devils, her first 6 years, they had 4 ACC championships, 4 trips to the Elite 8. And then Notre Dame and Louisville joined the ACC, and things changed. They do not have an ACC title since then. But they are the kind of team that could be hot heading especially into the ACC tournament.
Well, they got seniors at the right positions. They've got size. They've got a little bit of depth. And they've got this right here. Haley Gorecki's shot-making ability. That's a great box out by Kunane.
Foul will be on Akinbadi James. Gorecki and Odom. There you see the two seniors, the highest scoring tandem in the league. Right now it's Louisville on top. They have the tie breaks with these two teams, so it is the Cards to win or lose down the stretch. And for Louisville, they are fighting for a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament as well. Hard to believe we got only 1 week left of the regular season on the women's side.
Okay, this defender, Jakia Brown-Turner, is who NC State would like to have on Gorecki.
Nice move baseline. Kunane got a piece of it for the block, and it will go to State.
Good job defending inside by Kunane. She does a terrific job of defending Jane Williams without fouling. And she did not commit a personal foul in the last matchup with Duke.
Koenig, one of the best three-point shooters in state history, but has been cold for the last 2 weeks.
0 for 11 in the last 3 games coming into this one. And she is second career all-time three-point makes for NC State.
Her last made 3 was on February 6th. And they're going to turn it over right there.
See, Beth, right there, that's the way you got to defend Gorecki. You got to close her space, make her put it on the floor, make her give it up, and don't let her get it back.
7th season now at NC State for Westmore. 30 years as a head coach. And as we talked about, they have not won an ACC crown since Kay Yao was here coaching. 1990, their last one. They've got a shot at it this year. Floater off the mark, and NC State has started out stone cold.
Well, Kunane's doing a good job of realizing, recognizing two, and then making the right read. No, she did not reestablish, did she? According to Maya Fosberg, she did.
Got to get the feet back from inbounds before you can touch it.
You'll let that shot happen.
Yep, elbow jumper, and Williams was open for a reason there from the defensive standpoint for the Wolfpack.
For NC State, their defense has to dictate the shots that Duke takes. They can't let Duke just run their stuff. They run a lot of sets.
Kunane trying to end the drought and does. After the 0 for 5 start, they knock one down. Lisa's got all 4 of their points. Dropped 27 on the Blue Devils in Durham earlier in the month in their win.
NC State jam and go under that ball screen action with that set of personnel in that ball screen.
Kunane with the rebound. Duke now 3 of 10 shooting.
Duke doing a good job of getting back in transition.
With the cross going baseline and drawing the foul is Kayla Jones. With 4:07 to play here in the first. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Boost Mobile. Step up with Boost Mobile and get a super reliable, super fast network. Today, go over to the far right. Both of these clubs right now have a double bye. If Duke loses tonight, they fall into a 4-way tie for 3rd place. Well, Louisville has secured one of those double byes, as has NC State. So there's 2 up for grabs. And, of course, Charlie Cream, the latest bracketology this afternoon, has 6 teams getting into the field for the NCAAs.
With a late push by Nell Fortner and Georgia Tech, who have wins over NC State and Florida State.
Might Nell be the coach of the year this year in the ACC.
She could be.
Yeah. That's a big story. Texas A&M and the SEC's got Kennedy Carter back, and now they are looking very dangerous. And congratulations to our old friend Harry Peretta in Villanova. Won his final home game. He's retiring in the offseason. And it happened over the weekend as Duke is able to beat the shot clock buzzer
One of the great guys in our game, Harry Prodep, with one of the big upsets on Upset Sunday yesterday with Villanova knocking off DePaul.
There were 7 of them, including UCLA and Mississippi State top 10 defeats. Triple is good. First one of the evening for Kayla Jones to knock things at 9. Of course, top-ranked South Carolina has already clinched the SEC, and don't forget, coming up next, Oregon and Stanford for first place in the Pac-12. A win for the Ducks, and they clinch a share of a 3rd straight Pac-12 crown.
NC State doing a much better job in their man-to-man defense here, being disruptive, taking Duke deep into the shot clock. You want to put pressure on their offense. We know how good their defense is.
And the late shot clock turnover, that's their 3rd. How about that last bucket for the Wolfpack, Debbie?
It's a good job to push in transition, and Duke doesn't get matched up in time. And Kayla Jones has terrific three-point range, and she came up limping a little bit up the court. And Westmore got her out. That brings in Jada Boyd, who is instant energy off the bench for the Wolfpack.
Freshman out of Petersburg, Virginia, wearing number 5. And there's an offensive foul and a charge taken by Michaela Boykin, who is one of the key pieces of the Duke puzzle and a big reason for their resurgence. She is back healthy again and making a huge difference. First foul on Brown Turner.
Close down that space on those shooters and make them take a jump shot. That's what you want to do if you're NC State.
Whistle off the ball. That's going to be on Elisa Cunane, the 6'5" sophomore out of Summerfield, North Carolina.
Jakia Brown-Turner doing a really good job on Haley Gorecki here the last few possessions. You'll take that, though. That's a tough 2 and an elevated jump shot by Michaela Boykin.
That's a 9-2 run for NC State. Koenig with some space. Rattles another one in and out.
Ace Koenig's got to be able to self-correct.
And started out 0 for 2 from downtown. Duke will respond with Mila Goodchild, the sophomore out of Australia, for 3.
You've got to know personnel. Goodchild is a 3-point shooter, and in transition, Duke does a great job of finding her.
Starter the first half of the season. Now their offense off the bench, second half of the year.
Really physical in the paint right now between Williams and Cunane.
Tip knocked loose by Gorecki. With Goodchild, will pull up herself. NC State off the miss.
Oh yeah, she's gonna take that.
Without
a doubt. Should be no hesitation in transition from the top of the floor by Elisa Cunane.
44% shooter out there with the 6'5" center.
That's not a good shot.
Williams quick in the shot clock.
You can't let your poor shot selection allow the other team to transition. Both teams would be concerned with that because they're both really good in their quarter-court defense.
Final moments of this first quarter. About a 4-second difference. Shot and game clock on the drive and the lay-in for Kai Crutchfield.
Great ball.
Duke is slow to inbound. They're losing precious seconds off the clock. And they don't even attempt a half-court heave. Content for the tie, apparently, at the end of the first quarter.
This is a terrific play call. Clear.
I grew up in this area watching Coach Al's teams, and then had the honor of suiting up for Coach Al back in the day.
I grew up on the railing watching Kay Yao's teams play as a middle school player, hoping that one day I could be good enough that she would pick me. And
she did.
I'm thankful that she did, because it was one of the true privileges and honor to play for such a great lady.
Tell us about your coach.
She was smart, she was funny, she cared about people more than she cared about the game. She wanted to make sure that we treated everyone with kindness. And if you were around her, she always made you feel special because it was not about her. It was always about everyone else. And as a member of her teams, that's the way we play.
737 wins here, an Olympic gold medal. She's in the Naismith Hall of Fame. She's in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. And right in the midst of her challenge, she won her most recent fight with breast cancer. She won the Jimmy V Perseverance Award, passed away a couple years after that. And, you know, for a lot of younger folks now, this is the 15th Play for K game. Who may not have had a chance to watch her growing up and may not have had a chance to watch her teams in here, but the embrace that all of college basketball has given Coach Yao is similar to the one that she would always give to you whenever you walked into the gym and made you feel like you were the most important person there.
And when you're in this building, one of the best compliments you get when you walk by the ushers and the people that have been here since the building seemed to have opened, they always say, that, hey, that was one of Kay's kids. That was one of Kay's. And there's a lot of K's in here tonight. There are a lot of alumni back here to celebrate this weekend. And I can just tell you, having Coach Yao's name on the court and being a part of helping that happen is probably the greatest athletic achievement I've ever been a part of.
And that's why if you've been watching a lot of hoops, even on the men's side, the pink jerseys and the pink sneakers, and all a tribute to an extraordinary woman. She loved these big ACC affairs and loved these Tobacco Road rivalry matchups with Duke and North Carolina. Wake Forest up the road a pace.
Of course, playing North Carolina, that was always her favorite. She loves playing against them more than anybody else.
Under 10 on the shot clock here. Is Koenig looking for the pass underneath and a whistle and a foul. Coming up next on ESPN at 9 Eastern. Over on the men's side, Allen Fieldhouse and Lawrence as the new #1 Kansas Jayhawks will host Oklahoma State. You can always watch it live on the ESPN app. That'll be on ESPN and here on ESPN2. #3 Oregon, #4 Stanford. I'm calling them the big three and the three shooters, Debbie. You got Sabrina Ionescu, Satu Sabally, Ruthie Hebert, perhaps the best three players at their position in the country. And then those other three-point shooters that are all better than 40% are really info tonight for Stanford. They walloped them in their first matchup.
It's hard to defend all of that. You have to be able to score with them. And I think Stanford has enough weapons that they can score with them.
They got Maya Dodson back, but doesn't look like they'll have Haley Jones. And, of course, Dejanay Carrington's been out most of the season. Good ball movement there for Duke. Hockenbody James with the lane. She's got 4.
Duke looks very comfortable running their offense. They're getting the right shots. They're getting the right shots in the paint. They're attacking the basket coming off the quarter break.
Step through and a foul. That will go against Jade Williams. Her first.
The instant energy, the quickness, the explosiveness of Jada Boyd. She's an excellent offensive rebounder. She is a strong one-dribble move, drive to the bucket player. Not a lot of flash, just a lot of effort and energy in her game.
Been in double digits in 3 of the last 4 games. Former Virginia Prep Player of the Year. 61% at the stripe, knocks down the first. Substitution, Kayla Jones will come back on for the Wolfpack. They've been so good here on KL Court since the renovation 4 years ago. 59-8 at home. One of their biggest wins here was in the Play for K game in 2015 when they upset #10 Duke.
Hockenbody James does a great job of attacking Elisa Cunane one-on-one. They'd like to pick up another foul on her So they do a good job of isolating her on the elbow.
And there's a foul committed on Kunane.
They've been really physical with her, whether it's Jade Williams or Akinbadi James. Watch this right here, one-on-one, really trying to attack Kunane inside. Then she gets inside rebounding position and finishes.
Akinbadi James will depart, just picked up her second personal. Kunane so far 2 for 2 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Look at Jade Williams, the way she's trying to restrict the movement.
Looking for the Crutchfield 3-0.
You allow that movement, and that disrupts the rhythm of any team. And Duke again in transition. NC State not locating shooters.
Kyra Lambert with the triple, and they've opened up their biggest lead.
Taking the right shots. They're moving it. They're getting inside NC State's defense. They're doing an outstanding job of sharing. They've had 6 different players already score in the first half.
They are owning the paint. They are scoring off turnovers. They are getting second chances.
They're dominating the entire stat sheet. They're dominating the game with energy and effort, and NC State needs to snap out of it.
An 11-2 run through the first 4 minutes of this second quarter.
You know, you wonder about the emotion of this game. Sometimes it affects teams early, but certainly not at this point.
Baseline jumper is good from Odom.
I mean, Duke is getting whatever they want. They're comfortable. They're in rhythm. NC State has done a good job on Gorecki, but the rest of the team has been able to pick up the slack.
And for a team that has had some trouble scoring, they're not showing it tonight as Kunane gets a touch. She's 3 for 3.
That was a terrific pass away from the defense, leading Kunane to the basket.
Winners of 9 of their last 11, and they have 5 losses in the league, but those 5 losses are by a total of 17 points. I mean, they've been in everything. They've played the good teams close, and have worked themselves all the way up to first place in the ACC as the runner is good from Brown Turner.
Here they go, back-to-back stops, back-to-back buckets. Can you do it one more? Because if you can get one more stop here, the roof is going to come off the building. Really good D. That's a walk.
Gorecki tried to step around. No. Gets her own rebound off the tip from Williams.
That was a walk.
7 now for her. Into the lane, in and out, and the miss from Kayla Jones.
Jones just looks like she has no elevation on that shot.
They're in favor in that left leg.
Lock and trail on Gorecki. Great job by Jakia Brown-Turner. Hands on the catch. High hands on the catch. Make her put it on the floor.
Strict loose by Koenig. They've got numbers.
Perfect defense.
Ace will take it and one.
This is what the energy in this team needed, is this play right here. You do everything right, Jakia Brown-Turner. You lock and trail, high hands on the catch, make her put it on the floor. She turns it over, and then Koenig gets down the floor with an and-one opportunity. And if anybody needed to see a big basket right now, it's this kid right here. In the last 3 games and today combined, Koenig, the second best three-point shooter in NC State history, is 0 for 13 from outside the arc.
Back-to-back seasons with over 90 triples. So let's see if the 2 will trigger anything, but then she misses the freebie. Under 4 to go in the half. Running Gorecki through all kinds of screens. She gets a look. Koenig gets to the middle of the floor. Finds the three-shooter around and out. Brown-Turner missed a chance.
Got to watch the three-point shooter in the corner. Goodchild already hit one from over there.
Here's number 3 on the baseline. Coming up top through the elevator screen. In and out.
Really good execution by Duke, with the exception of knocking down the shot.
Open look. Jones, no.
If I'm Grace Hunter, I'm not rejecting any ball screen right now. I'm coming off that screen. Your first look should be to come off the ball screen.
She hit 3 triples in the win at Duke earlier this month. Gorecki. Cunanan has it.
She is really battling with Jade Williams inside.
That's her 5th rebound. Good in transition. And Jones from Koenig.
When you run the floor hard and you run ahead of the ball, what a terrific job by Jakia Brown-Turner. Again, getting a deflection.
Odom, yes.
Well, she's been tough. Solid. Big bucket for Duke.
They needed that one to quiet the crowd. Koenig will stop and pull up, and there's the big 3 she was waiting for.
Sometimes it's not how many you make, it's when you make them.
Her first since February 6th. Knocked loose. State has it.
Make a good decision here.
Final minute of the half. And they turn it over.
2-for-1 opportunity for Duke. But you got to practice it. Some opt just to get a good shot.
Have a chance with the shot clock as it is to get 2 possessions in the final minute. Nice cut. Goodchild missed it.
You got a chance for the last shot here.
They won't wait. Triple is good for Grace Hunter.
You better make it if you're going to take it.
11-point deficit down to 1. Launch. No good. Strong finish for the Wolfpack and a 6-0 run. 31-30 at the break. Leading the way for Duke. Cunanan was perfect. 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the line. 9 points and 5 rebounds for her. Turnovers and second chance. And look at the fast break. State has been able to run, and that's what helped them get back into the game with the 15 fast break points. 9 for Cunanan to lead the pack, 8 for Odom to lead the way for Duke. What's at stake for State tonight? They are down a game to Louisville in the race for the ACC championship. 3 games remaining for Duke, in need of a signature win for their NCAA tournament resume. And the runner is good from Gorecki. She's got 9.
That was a tough 2. I mean, you got to give it to Gorecki. Good D, better O. But that's what you got to do, is make her work. She will have an impact on this game if Duke is going to win.
Crutchfield tried to sneak one over to Cunanan. Good help defense for Duke. They get the turnover. Gorecki hesitation off the 3 and the pretty dish Down low to Jade Williams.
NC State is not doing a good job of guarding their own. Because Duke is able to get some penetration, they're forcing rotation. Now you got to switch.
Koenig off the mark, weak side Gorecki. And so now a chance for Duke to put together a nice little run out of the locker room. To the left side in the lane. Akinbadi James, 3 unanswered buckets for Duke.
You know, one of the things that I noticed in the Louisville game here was Louisville was just tougher. They were a tougher team. And if NC State wants to win, they're going to have to get tougher.
Koenig. Cleaned up by Koenig.
Terrific weak side glass.
Great line from Wes Moore, right, Debbie, today during shoot-around to Elisa Koenig. We don't need a galloping horse. We need a stud horse making plays like that around the rim. Averaging a double-double. She and Gorecki would certainly be in the conversation for ACC Player of the Year honors. Probably Dana Evans would be the front runner right now at Louisville.
I think Dana Evans is the front runner. What an incredible season she's had for Jeff Walls. One of the better three-point shooters in the country. And I'm not sure anybody can keep her in front in the ACC. Koenig has got to keep working without the ball to try to take up some space. Otherwise, Duke just keeps sagging in on Koenig.
Lucky to Odom, and then they'll reset. First of our doubleheader coming up next is Oregon and Stanford for first place in the Pac-12. Off the miss, the push the other way for NC State. Crossover down low, in and out from Brown Kennedy.
Kayla Jones had Koenig in the corner. Instead, she passes it behind her to Jakia Brown-Turner. Just not good spacing.
Gorecki in the right place, right time, can't hit it. I think most folks agree, Debbie, right? You got Oregon, Baylor, and South Carolina kind of separated. They're probably going to get 1 seeds. We're going to see Stanford later. We've talked about Louisville. You throw Maryland in the conversation. Bucket there for NC State, perhaps the hottest team in the country right now. Who gets that last #1 seed is going to be a big discussion these next couple of weeks.
Well, I think Louisville, Stanford, and Maryland are certainly in the conversation for that other #1.
Louisville, of course, has a win over Oregon. That would be the best win. Maryland has the most quality wins. And then Stanford, big opportunity for them tonight at home against the Ducks.
It depends on how much the committee will factor in championships, right? Does that matter? Regular season and ACC or a tournament title for Louisville.
Over the back foul here on Odom. There are the current Charlie Cream bracketology numbers with NC State presently a 2 seed along with Louisville. Maryland right now in Charlie's mind holds that last #1. But again, South Carolina will probably be in Greenville. Baylor will be in Dallas. Oregon will be in Portland, all close to home. That last spot is Fort Wayne, Indiana for the regionals this year. Koenig, terrific feed. Koenig!
What a play by Koenig. They flagged it out, and that's the confidence and the trust that Wes Moore has in Ace Koenig with the ball on the top of the floor in a mismatch.
Koenig is 6 for 6. In the 2 Duke games this year, she's 14 of 15 from the floor. Shot clock's at 5. The launch from deep. Offensive rebound. Snagged by Williams for an extra possession. Another shot clock situation developing. They don't see it. And they will not get a shot up. Boykin lost track of time.
What a terrific defensive effort. Inspired by this play by Ace Koenig. Drives by draws help. Cunane slides in her vision. Easy two for the pack.
We've been tied twice. Duke has led throughout and have been up by as many as 11.
You don't overcoach it if you're NC State. You go right back to what you scored until Duke can guard it, and Joanne McCauley's going to make a change and get Odom out with her 4th personal foul.
Huge development, under 5 to go in the 3rd. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's. Try a Big Bacon Classic today.
Made me realize that I was really fortunate to have had a chance to play for such a great lady.
The play for game on K-Yow Court here inside Reynolds Coliseum. A 3-point Duke lead over NC State. The 15th play for K-Game. One of the highlights for the folks here in Raleigh was the 2015 upset of 10th-ranked Duke. They'll get the run out here for the lane.
All you young players, anytime you wind up and get ready to throw a baseball pass across court, that is a definite indication that the other team's going to steal it. That is a critical mistake coming off that timeout.
And then an errant pass trying to get it into Alyssa Cunane. 10th turnover for the Pack. One of the great moments in this rivalry, Debbie, from the NC State side was when Coach Yao was fighting her cancer back in 2007 against undefeated Duke in the ACC semifinals.
That was in 2007. Duke was #1 in the country, undefeated, supposed to win the national championship that year. It was one of the most remarkable games in the history of the ACC tournament. And 2 weeks before that, this court was named K-Yow Court, and Coach Yao's team in 2007 beat the #2 rated North Carolina Tar Heels. It was an incredible run. Then they go on and they beat Baylor and go on to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament.
Ashley Key, Marquetta Dickens, Khadijah Whittington for NC State. You know, that terrific Duke team led by Lindsey Harding, Allison Bales, Abby Weiner. Their assistant coach presently, Wanisha Smith, a member of that team.
I was on the call for many emotional nights with Coach Al on the sideline, but that game in the ACC tournament when they beat Duke, the #1 team in the country, that was by far the most emotional night I can ever remember experiencing with her. NC State has got to stop being so sloppy.
Board decisions and another giveaway. Don't forget this week our NBA Wednesday doubleheader tips off in Houston. James Harden and Russell Westbrook. And the Rockets hosted John Morant and the Grizzlies. Then it's the Celtics taking on Donovan Mitchell in Salt Lake City. Coverage begins at 7 on ESPN with Stephen A's pregame sports center. Oh, there's a little Houston fan in the house tonight.
I love the small ball Rockets. They're fun to watch.
Yep. Of course, the other big story today was the extremely emotional memorial for Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna and the victims of the helicopter crash. Sabrina Ionescu, Gino Auriemma, Diana Taurasi among the dignitaries that spoke today. As Duke knocks down the three-pointer, they've stretched the lead back up to 8.
That's the first three Akabati James has made all season. Are you kidding me?
You talked about it. Sometimes it's just timely.
0 for 5 coming into the game.
Now turns to #2, Haley Gorecki. Gorecki's second personal.
Well, maybe that was a 2 over there in the corner, Beth, not a 3. Still, it was a long-range 2. And Duke has not shot any free throws yet in the game. NC State has done a good job of drawing fouls, getting to the line, being aggressive. It's one part of the stat sheet that they are winning.
Yeah, one of the more amazing. There has not been a foul whistled against NC State since the first quarter. They've only committed 2 tonight. Nary a free throw to be found so far for Duke. They do have the lead, though, with Liana Odom in big-time trouble. 4 fouls. Still here in the third quarter. Gorecki fouled on the drive, and here come those first free throws.
Nobody goes to the line more than Haley Gorecki in the ACC. And that's why I say NC State has done a really good job defending her. Now you got to referee the defense here. I'm not sure I like that call. Doesn't matter what I like, though.
Grad student out of Illinois. Able to knock down a pair of those. She's into double figures.
And she's had to work. It's not been easy. But that's how valuable she is to Duke. Even her movement without the ball helps create space for other players for Duke.
And the Blue Devils have been resilient as State has made a couple of good runs at them, gotten close, but Duke has been able to fight off the challenge both times. Skip pass intercepted.
No ball fake. Tell you what, Duke's winning the details too, Beth.
Yep. Hockenbody, James able to trace it. And now Boykin to reset. A little step back, tough shot. Setting up Koenig. And the give inside for the lane to Jada Boyd.
Really good decision by Koenig. Great job by Jada Boyd to run to the rim. And you can just sense NC State just not playing their best basketball. Westmore digging a little deeper into his bench.
Gorecki 3. Tremaine has it. And now a double-double for Elisa. 15 points, 10 boards. Catch inside. She still has not missed tonight. 7 for 7.
Big smile with a little grimace and a little toughness on her face. It's a two-possession game.
Looking for another three, and they get it right in front of the Duke bench. Kyra Lambert.
Well, Lambert and Boykin have had terrific floor games.
Shot clock is off to end the third. Cunane. Shot attempt good if it goes. Blue Devils will head to the fourth with a 5-point advantage.
When life kicks you, let it kick you forward. I think that's probably one of the great Yowisms.
Yep, well, she loved the competition, and here's what's going on tonight. Duke right now is in, according to Charlie Cream, but they need this to really boost their resume. Their best win right now is a fading Florida State. And for NC State, trailing Louisville in the ACC race with just 3 games left, they have not won a regular season crown in nearly 30 years. So a lot going on right now. And they've just turned it over to start the quarter.
I think NC State's ATO percentage is horrible tonight. They've turned it over. That would be after timeouts, after a dead ball situation where Coach Moore breaks the huddle with them. They have not executed at all. They come out of start the fourth quarter with a 5-second count.
Gorecki with 11, Hockenbody James with 10 to pace Duke. Elisa Cunane has not missed a shot. 8 for 8 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the line. She's got the double-double with 19 points and 10 rebounds. Stick around, this is just the first of our doubleheaders. Sabrina Ionescu in Oregon taking on Stanford. Coming up next. Ionescu needs 9 rebounds to 1,000. That would give her 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists. No one in D1 college basketball history, male or female, has done that.
Did not hit the rim.
Cunane fouled on the shot.
She is so good at drawing fouls. Now 36% of the fouls drawn on the other team come from Lisa Cunane's play inside.
And you talked about Sabrina Ionescu and whether or not she is one of the all-time greats. She's certainly making a case for that. Look, she's already got more points than Taurasi, Leslie, and Asia Wilson. More assists than Dawn Staley, Teresa Edwards, Tisha Pinachero. More rebounds than Angel McCautry, Erica McCall, Natalie Achanwa. Doesn't have the ring yet. You got to get the ring to get in the room, but you know, 25 triple doubles, and those numbers right there, the 2K, 1K, 1K.
Well, you're talking about some household names in the history of the game. Some Naismith Hall of Famers on that list.
She is coming up next, along with Ruthie Hebert and Satu Sabali. Can Tara Vanderveer work her magic, Debbie? Remember, it was last year. They got blasted by Oregon in the regular season. And then Stanford came back and beat Oregon in the Pac-12 tournament.
And Tara Vanderveer and her staff are always better the second time around. So they lost to Oregon earlier. And these are the couple of things that you have to decide. The conundrum for Tara, the middle pick and roll, as you heard Andy Landers talking about it. Do you help or do you defend one-on-one? Crash the glass or get back in transition? Those are all things and decisions that Coach Vanderveer has to make about how you're going to take on Oregon, because they are so good and balanced and such a great offensive machine.
Our friends Adam Amin and Lobo on the call. Boy, the turnovers just really a major issue right now for NC State, and Duke is capitalizing. Points off of turnovers, looking for a couple more here at the line.
You just feel like Duke is playing really well. They're in rhythm offensively. They're able to set their defense, which they've played a lot of man tonight, some matchup, which they're known for. Odom's back on the floor, Beth, with those 4 fouls.
So Sabrina Ionescu, who was speaking down at the Kobe Memorial earlier today, now in the house at Maples Pavilion out in Palo Alto, and getting set to join her team to take on the Cardinal. If Stanford wins, they would win a share of a 3rd straight Pac-12 title. They were down the bottom of the barrel of the Pac-12 not too long ago. It's a remarkable turnaround for Kelly Graves and company, and he's counted with the 3. Gorecki with the nice kick out. Akinbody James hits.
And Gorecki has made plays for others, and they have made shots. Akinbody James,
what about a dozen?
I mean, she averages more rebounds than points. She's not known as a scorer inside Duke's offensive system.
Around and out from Boyd.
NC State has never led in this game. They just can't seem to get on top of the Blue Devils. And part of that is because they've been sloppy on the offensive end, and that's a great basket cut. And if you don't jump to the ball, Haley Gorecki's going to make you pay. And Beth, Jakia Brown-Turner has done a terrific job defending Gorecki most of the night, but you make one mistake on a player of her caliber with the way she changes pace and accelerates, the way she works off screening action. He's got a high IQ and an incredible skill set to go with it.
They continue to do it without Odom on the bench with the 4 personal fouls that she picked up back in the 3rd quarter, and now she's back in there. Three ball, no good from Jones, and Duke fumbles it out of bounds.
Yeah, I haven't seen NC State reverse the ball and get two sides very many times. And you have to go inside out against the Duke defense. And the top of the floor, the playmaking spot in the middle is usually where that logo is. The ACC, right here in the middle of the floor. That's where you're trying to get the ball against Duke's defense.
Cunane with the catch, reads the double team, and a foul and a bump on Jade Williams. It's her second.
And Cunane playing through the double teams, knows the double's coming, and you can't even see if Boyd is open, but Boyd makes a great hustle play right there to draw the foul. I think Cunane's got to be more aggressive when she catches and be quicker with her move.
Missed an easy one inside.
Either go quickly before the double comes or be patient and make a better read. They're going to run something for Gorecki right here.
She goes back door to the left side. Got it. Defense was cheating for her to go out to the three-point line, and she went the other way.
That's what I'm talking about, the way she reads the defense. It's a great cut to the open spot on the floor.
That one goes for Boyd.
NC State needs to lock down. You can sense the crowd is waiting for them to get a stop so they can get back in this game. And you're going to look at the score and you're going to go, oh, they're only down 7. They have the 7-point margin. Seems like it's double that because of the way they played.
Shot clock winding down. Step back, Gorecki. Offensive rebound. Odom got it, and another possession.
They're going to clear it out here.
Odom with the 4 fouls, spins, short, long rebound to Koenig.
Really good D.
Boyd, good change of direction. She's got 9.
She's got a high motor. And she runs, she works, great energy.
Timeout Duke. Joanne McCauley sensing that the crowd was ready to make some noise. She'll...
And a high IQ play by the senior, Haley Gorecki, who leads this team in scoring this season.
Odom will sit down for perhaps her final breather. She's continuing to play with the 4 fouls. 4.5 to go. The Play for K game on K-Yow Court here inside Reynolds Coliseum. Beth Mowins, Debbie Antonelli. State still in the chase for the regular season championship. Duke looking for a huge resume win. And a shot clock violation out of the timeout.
And Jakia Brown-Turner has sacrificed some offense tonight to make another good defensive play on Gorecki.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Boost Mobile. Step up with Boost Mobile. Certainly on this day, Debbie, around college basketball, a heartfelt congratulations to Tiana Mangakahia at Syracuse, who has been battling cancer for the last year, cleared to rejoin her teammates in practice today. And best of luck to her as she rejoins her squad on the floor. We got a terrific finish in store for you. Final 4 minutes here, a 5-point game, and then we will send it out west for Stanford and Oregon coming up next.
Another poor ATO by NC State, throwing the ball away. And I've been at Syracuse multiple times this year, and Tiana is a bright light.
Yep.
And Coach Yao would be so pleased because it's the research that the funds that people provide are helping someone like Tiana have a full life.
Duke gets the deuce. State does not get the three.
You know, NC State's just not in rhythm. They don't move the ball well. They're playing too much off the bounce. And Ricky goes back door, gets an and one opportunity, and a fourth foul on Jakia Brown-Turner, who has worked all game in this matchup with Gurecki. That's just a great basket cut. No help. Great pass.
Landed awkwardly. And will head to the line, a chance for her third three-point play of the night. 18 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds.
Dee Kantner, that's a professional right there, giving her one more second to collect, knowing that she took a hard fall.
Odom has 10 points. Akinbadi James has 12, 2 shy of her career high. Her first double-digit game since December, and has come up huge tonight in support of the Blue Devils. Cunane has 21 for NC State. She has not missed a shot tonight. 8 for 8 and 4 for 4 from the line. Boyd missed a lay-in. Has another opportunity and scores.
Boyd's been in bright spot for NC State. NC State can't trade baskets with them right now, though. They have to get a stop.
A loss for State clinches a share of the ACC at least for Louisville tonight with just 2 games remaining. Third foul on Cunane. SportsCenter tonight coming up. Inside Trae Young's night against the Sixers. The Astros spring training reception continues to be a chilly one. And will it be an historic night for Sabrina Ionescu, who is trying to become the first D1 man or woman with a career of 2,000 points, 1,000 assists, and 1,000 rebounds. She needs 9 boards in that game tonight. It's coming up next.
Can't wait. If you like offense, you're going to love that middle pick and roll with Sabrina Ionescu and Ruthie Hebert. When she goes right, she throws that little pocket pass better than anybody. When she goes left, she is more dangerous. And I'm talking about Sabrina Ionescu in that middle pick and roll.
Top scoring team in the country on deck. Cunane working to get inside and draws the foul.
Now turns to number 24, James, her third team foul.
That'll be the 4th on James. She joins Odom in that department.
This is a good thing for NC State. Stop the clock, get one of your best free throw shooters on the free throw line. But here's the thing, I look at NC State, I don't see any positive body language. I don't see anybody talking. I don't see anybody saying, come on guys, let's go. We're missing that component right here. And when you've lost 2 out of 3, and with the potential to lose 3 in a row at home, you got to have somebody that gives you a lift that way as a leader.
See if the pressure helps in that regard. Off of the make. Oh, they had a chance at a turnover. Odom. No good.
What a break for NC State. What a terrific play call by Duke.
Koenig will step back for the 3. No. And it's out of bounds to the Blue Devils.
NC State missed a great opportunity there. You got to be careful you don't get beat by backside triples. Duke will take some time. And I think part of the reason why Duke has gotten better is because of the play of Michaela Boykin on the top of the floor right here with the ball. And Kyra Lambert, there's 2 players rotating at the point.
Strong guard play. Missing the gimme inside was Williams. Koenig, the drop off to Boyd. And the foul in the backcourt.
Big push in transition. A great job of drawing two and dropping it off. Another good play good decision by Ace Koenig. And they foul a person named Boykin who doesn't go to the free throw line. Lambert, who doesn't get to the free throw line very much.
2 for 3 tonight, 70% on the season. Hits a couple of big ones there. Looking for the three. Koenig, no. Crutchfield has it. They have not been able to knock them down from deep tonight. They'll go inside for 2. And the quick timeout. 2-possession game, 59.5 to go. And we'll take the timeout with them.
I'm anxious to see how she starts the game with the emotion of being at Kobe Bryant's funeral and speaking there.
His memorial today.
It's memorial.
Our game, 65-60. And the foul in the backcourt will send Gorecki to the line.
So you can't let Gorecki catch the ball in that situation. And I'm not sure that's what Westmore wanted.
Not the way he reacted over on the sideline, shaking his head. Oh, and Gorecki does get a miss there. She's 4 of 5.
A 2-possession game here. NC State doesn't need threes right now. They got to push. If the three's the best shot they have, and it's Koenig taking it, that's who you trust.
She is 2 for 9 tonight. State is 5 of 21 as a team from deep. And this timeout will be called by Duke. Koenig has a clean look from 3.
That's exactly right. 2, and then a 3 if it's the best shot available with the right person taking it. But you need to be aggressive in attack. Odom's got 4, and I would put the ball in Cunane's hands if I could and get her the ball inside.
She does not have a basket here in the 4th. She's been to the line a couple times, fouled on shots. Cunane will try for 3, and it's blocked. Offensive rebound back to Elisa. They'll try for 3 again, and it's good from Brown-Turner.
Timeout Duke to advance the ball. And we know Jakia Brown-Turner, based on the Miami game, is not afraid to take the big shots for NC State.
So now with 43 seconds foul limit, you're going to trust your defense here to get you a stop?
Yep, I'm trusting my D. I'm switching on everything. I'm contesting. I'm not fouling Gorecki. But I'd make her give the ball up. I might run 2 people at her. They're going to get Odom on the elbow here for an isolation.
Gorecki says, get away, I don't want the ball screen. And now here it comes. Gorecki off the bounce will take it and score! Timeout, NC State, Haley Gorecki.
If you're going to let that much time go off the clock, you certainly cannot let Gorecki turn the corner on a ball screen on the elbow. Watch this play right here. You got to get over the top. Looks like Duke with a win here would solidly be in the NCAA tournament as an at-large right now, unless they can win the ACC tournament.
NC State can go for the 2. And they turn it over, stepping on the end line. Their 16th giveaway.
And it's a theme, Beth. It's not just turning it over. It's when they turn it over. I'm not keeping a count over here, but the ATO after timeout percentage is awful. put 2 players on Gurecki. Nobody guarding the ball right here.
And they're going to get it into Gurecki anyway. And they lose time trying to foul.
I mean, Jakia Brown-Turner's thinking, I've got 4 fouls. I don't want to foul. But you know what? It doesn't matter at this point. You have to foul.
And that is her 5th. And Gurecki will head back to the line. 22 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. She's played every second of every minute tonight.
Well, let me say this about NC State. They're going to get their act together.
Going to be losers the 3 of the last 4.
NC State and Florida State have taken a serious dip. And these were the 2 of the 3 teams ranked in the top 10 at one point in this season.
And now look out for the hard-charging Blue Devils. They've got their last 2 on the road at Virginia Tech and then at Carolina, heading into the ACC tournament in Greensboro. Cunane looking for 3. No good. Stick back by Boyd. But the Duke Blue Devils will come into Reynolds Coliseum and pick up their resume-boosting win. 70-65 is the final. Their first win here in 7 years. Haley Gurecki, 24 points to lead the way. They had 4 players in double figures. Don't forget, coming up next, Oregon and Stanford for first place in the Pac-12. For Debbie Antonelli, I'm Beth Mowens. Thanks for being with us on K-Yow Court. Now, Andy, John, and Carolyn in the ESPN studios with College Basketball Live.
Beth.